What's up, guys? See if my cat lets me do this video without jumping all over me. How you doing? I'm back. I'm gonna try to do a couple videos a week. So I figure I just actually got done with the gym. Figure I'm gonna do a quick video and then I'm gonna make something to eat because I'm pretty hungry. So you guys seem to like my videos, my general philosophy videos on bodybuilding and fitness. So I'm going to do another installment of that today. And today I'd like to talk to you guys about eating. And when you're eating, I feel like there should be two things present at that time. And I'm going to go into what those two things are and why coming up. Alright, Jade wants to say hi. Say hi. Hi. She's very codependent, as you can see. Anyways, the two things that I think people should think about when they're constructing their meals or making meals is one, and I call this the, I don't really call it anything, but both of the names actually start with P, so you can call it P squared, PP, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, your food should have a purpose. Okay, so when we're eating something, obviously it should have some kind of purpose. We all need to eat to survive, but you might have other purposes for whatever you're eating. Typically, if you're dieting, you're going to be incorporating a refeed day. Even in your off season, you might have one, and that refeed day has a purpose. You're trying to stimulate fat-burning hormones, so that has a purpose. If you might slightly go over on your macros one day, maybe you have a purpose with that. Maybe it's for mental sanity. Who knows? But that should be within reason, of course, and it should kind of correspond with your goals and your ultimate goal. Kind of fit in that scope. Another thing I think everyone should have is they should get pleasure from their food. So first we talked about purpose. Your food should have a purpose. Obviously, we all need food to live. Number two, you should gain some sort of pleasure out of it. I feel for long-term success in anything that we do fitness-wise, if you're not enjoying the food that you're eating, it's not a lifestyle. It's something you hate doing, you despise doing. If you don't like the food you're eating, it's going to get old real quick. And some people I've known in the past that have only that have restricted themselves to certain food groups have really just kind of burnt themselves out. And after doing it a couple times, they just stopped. Because it was not sustainable. So the second thing is pleasure. So, I feel as though food should A, have a purpose, and B, be pleasureful for you in one way or another. And your definition of purpose can differ a little bit. We all have different purposes, and I think as far as that goes, you're going to have to make a judgment call on that, because sometimes, especially during dieting, our mind can kind of try rationalizing things that we wouldn't normally eat or we shouldn't eat, and we can pretty much rationalize it to make it sound okay, when really in the whole scope of things it might be a bad idea. So I'll leave you guys with that. That's pretty much my take on food in general. Is it should fit those two criteria, never just one. You should never have just purpose for your meal and not get any pleasure out of it unless you absolutely have to. There are times where you might have to eat certain foods and you might not have the choice. That's fine, but when you get a chance, you know, eat a meal that that gives you pleasure and fit in your macros. And then on the flip side of things, you should not always just eat for pleasure, you know, without purpose, because that's going to lead you into, you know, probably being very overweight. So, or very unhealthy, depending on what kind of foods you derive a lot of pleasure out of eating. So, anyways, that's my take on things. You guys can comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you wish. Let me know what you think. Let me know your philosophy on that, your input, and as always, stay sharp, my friends.